Okay, so this is going to be a quick demo. Okay, I'm not going into the deep of the code because this is generic code available on the internet as well. And anyhow, you do not need to, remember this code. So what we are doing, that's all I'm going to explain you. Okay. In case if you're interested, I'll definitely share the code with you so you can use that. Okay, so we have this folder Kinesis, and in that we have one file called main.py. Okay, so what this is going to do, this file is basically doing for us. It, using the client, it connects with Kinesis service. Okay, and then it sends a record. So we have a put record function in the Boto3 library. Okay, where we say stream name that's we are going to create, we say data that we are going to generate, and partition key. Okay, so it's very basic that we are going to connect with our Kinesis stream, and we are going to place a record there. Put records sends records one by one. Okay, so it is not reading like complete file or multiple records. As and when records are being generated, every single record it's going to pick and send it to your Kinesis stream. Okay, then at the bottom I simply start this main function. This is a kind of object oriented programming is there. Okay, now if you see from where we are getting this data, okay, to get this data we use order. Okay, order is nothing but a dictionary that we receive from make order function. Okay, and this make order function is actually being defined in the order generator file. So if you see in the same folder we have this order generator.py. So in actually Python or any programming language you can define the files like this, and you can import them simply using from statement. And if you see in the order generator.py, so I'm trying to create a order dictionary where I will have the product information, seller information, and customer information. Okay, so for that I have created a list of random products, a list of random seller IDs, and list of some customer IDs. Okay, all random basis. And then what I do, I simply run this make order function. It picks random choice. It's in the random choice function basically loops into your list, and it picks one of the item that is present inside your list on very random basis. Okay, so random basis we are picking order seller ID, customer ID, and order items, and we are appending them and creating a proper order dictionary that is something going to look like this. Okay, so we'll have customer ID, seller ID, order ID, and ordered item. See, motive here is to run a demo. Okay, because we do not have some sensors that is generating some data. So we are generating our own data. Okay, faking it that we are receiving some orders, and that we are going to send using Kinesis data streams to our consumer. Okay, now here do not get confused, both my sender and consumer are my own machine. Okay, so I'll take a pause here if you have any questions still here.
Jalit, this code is for consumer only, right?
Sorry, come again please.
No, this code is for consumer only, right?
This is producer. It is producing. It is going to send the record to your stream.
So same like this. Again, we need to override code for consumer also.
Yes, that is your get main.py. Okay. See, again, I'm repeating. No need to memorize this code. If you understand this code, like what this code is doing, that is more than enough. Okay. Now I'll come back to cloud. So right now we are going to create a Kinesis data stream. Okay, create this stream. I'll be using on-demand capacity mode. No, let's use provisioned only. I'll be using provisioned capacity mode with one shard. That is more than enough. And rest everything you can edit this all the settings after the creation of the stream. Not right now. Okay. I mean earlier it was there. You could have added this while creating, but now they have kind of disabled it. Create this stream. Then you have to open CMD command prompt. And I have saved this code into my AWS Data Engineering folders. So I'll simply move my location there. I'll try AWS S3 LS to make sure my connection is ready, which it is. Then I will start my Python. I'll type Python to start my code. I'll say I need to go more inside this. I have to say CD. What is the folder name? It is actually not this folder. Sorry, my bad. It is training codes Kinesis. I have to go inside this folder. Location. Why this is okay? CD is the location. Okay. Now I will say Python space in dot. How come I am still okay? You have to come out from this and drive training codes Kinesis. Okay, so it is configured now. No, it is still not configured. Something wrong here. Let's exit this. Ideally, it works like that only. Not anaconda prompt. Paste. Why it is not changing directories? Okay, let's do one thing. We'll execute it like this: Python paste, and what is the main dot py, and then you have to type name of your stream. Permission denied. How come? Okay, let's try with PowerShell. In the location, yeah, it changes here. So it's simple now. Python, and then you have to type the program name that you want to execute. That is main.py, and after that you have to type the name of your stream. It is something like this: Kinesis -demo. If I execute this, so what it is going to do? It is going to trigger my main.py, and that is basically going to start generating orders. And if you see, I have created a every order, like after it places the every order, like after it's placed the order on the stream, I say time.sleep to 2. Okay, that basically means it is going to have 2 seconds of delay in every order placement. Okay, this I have introduced, so we can see it like how it is actually running. So if I execute this, you can see it has started, it has created this order and it has started to put this on your shard ID. So this is your record and this is the shard ID it is putting. Like we have only one shard, so we have shard ID as all zeros. Okay. So in every 2 seconds, it is starting to place the records on your shards. Okay. So if you do not include the, I mean, if you cancel this and comment this out, then if you want to check this real speed, you can now execute this. This is how it's going to do if you do not say time.sleep. Okay. Obviously, this is not readable at all, so I'm just going to cancel it again and uncommand the time.sleep again. Okay. So in every 2 seconds, now if you see again, I'm starting this thing. We are sending records to our Kinesis stream. Any confusion till here? Please respond if you have any confusion or not.
Oh, no, Jalaj.
Okay. So what we have in that get main.py, it is simply using a while loop infinitely, and it is polling the shard to get the shard iterator, like how many shards we have. And if we have new tokens, it is going to read through the response that you have in the shards. Okay. So again, I'm saying it is a generic code. No need to memorize this code, and as you're not going to ever write it. Okay. This is just for demonstration purpose. Okay. So basically, this reads the data from your shard, and this is having a ½ second of manual delays here. Okay. It is continuously going to poll your shards, like if you have multiple shards, and it is going to collect the records that the shard is receiving. So what I'm going to do now, I will open PowerShell one more time. Okay, so the PowerShell in front is the one that again I am going to use it as receiver. Understand it, guys. This time, see the window that is behind the scenes here is generating records, and on this window I am going to collect the records. Now you might think that I am generating via PowerShell and receiving into PowerShell. So why we need Kinesis stream? But if you use the same consumer in the other region of this world also, it will receive in the same, almost same speed. Okay. So that's message, like behind the scenes, I'm passing some messages. Okay. I'm generating some orders, and those are, as the messages are being passed to the final place. Okay. But I'm going to receive them from Kinesis. I'm not going to receive them from my PowerShell. I'm going to receive them from Kinesis. Okay. So again, I will simply say Python, this time get main.py, and the same name for my stream. Initially, it's going to read all the records that was there, and now as and when records get generated on the behind the scene, it's going to read it almost at the same time in front of the screen. Any confusion still here?
Oh, this one is just accepting only, right? It's not saving anywhere, right?
No, it is simply accepting. That's all. Reading, printing, and that's all.
Printing only. Okay.
If you want, you can modify that code to write it onto S3 as well. Okay. I'm going to stop my consumer sender, let it be there. Now let's test Kinesis Firehose. So as I explained yesterday, Kinesis Firehose is a part of Kinesis family only. This is near real time. Okay, what is going to happen in Kinesis Firehose? It's going to collect all these records. Okay, it is going to collect all these records for minimum of 1 minute. Then whatever record it gets collected, those records it will send it to Lambda function. If you apply that, Lambda is going to transform them and it is going to return it back to your consumer. Now consumer can be your stream again, it can be analytics application again, or it can be a S3 or I mean it can be any location as per your use case or requirement. Okay, so right now I'm going on Firehose. I will say create a delivery stream. I'll choose my source as Kinesis. My destination is going to be S3. In between, I'll browse my stream first. This is the stream that is live for me. This is my delivery name. Let's call it Kinesis Data S3 Firehose. If you want, you can turn on the data transformation that we are going to do. Turn on this. I'll have a function that is in last Kinesis Firehose transformation. Okay. Now here it is. I'm going to wait for two things. Either the buffer size is 1 MB, that means it receives 1 MB of data, or it has spent 60 seconds. Okay, whichever occurs first, your Lambda function is going to trigger. Okay, so for us, it's obviously going to be 60 seconds. Every 60 seconds, Lambda function is going to receive the records and it's going to transform them. If you want, you can convert the record format, or if you want, you can decompress those records from CloudWatch logs. That is some new option is there. Then you can apply destination settings, choose a bucket. Okay, I have chosen the bucket. If you want, you can give prefix here. So you can say fire hose. Okay. That's all. If you want, you can modify buffer hints. Let's remove it. This is to collect data. Like see, when Lambda is going to transform, S3 is going to collect the records for 5 minutes and then it is going to write them. So I am going to again reduce this to 90 seconds. Okay. Come down and say create delivery stream. Understanding this part, what's going to happen? Now, from my laptop, records are going to generate it. Kinesis data stream is going to pick them record and send it to a stream. From that stream, I am using Kinesis data Firehose. Firehose will accumulate those records for 60 seconds. Whatever record it accumulates, it's going to send it to a Lambda function. Lambda function has its own logic to do some transformations there. After the transformation, it is going to wait for 90 seconds. And then it is going to write the records on S3. So this is your complete pipeline. Okay. If you wanted this to be presented as a dashboard, you could have transmitted it to Power BI or some dashboarding tools as well. So I'm going to create this delivery stream now. Meanwhile, let me show you what Lambda is doing. So this is simply receiving the details from that order. Okay. And it's simply calculating like for every order in the buffer, it is simply calculating sum, the total order. So if you see here, not here, actually here, I mean, let's check it here. Actually, this is a stationary one. So we have this order, and like this is your product name, dental floss, product code, and all those things. Okay, it might have multiple products inside one order. So it's going to collect all the orders, their quantity like 3, and it's simply multiplying them with the product price, like 3 multiplied by 5 or 6. It's going to be around 18 unit. Okay. So some transformations. See, idea is here just show you how we can do transformations. Okay. So I am going to receive those data in event variable. I'm going to loop through them, and I'm going to apply my transformation as per my requirement. So I'm assuming that I am going to generate a total from this order dictionary. Then simply I write this order output on S3 bucket. So see, not not your source is going to return on S3. Okay, your transform data is going to return on S3. Your actual data is going to be left over only on data streams as well. Okay, if you want that source data also to be copied onto S3, you can choose that option in pipelines. So it should be created now. Okay, my firehose is active. If I go on S3, we will have something here. So you can actually also monitor it by CloudWatch. You can go on monitor, view CloudWatch logs. It has triggered. So you can see we get these details here. It is actually encrypted. So you'll not be seeing any good thing here. It is all encrypted. So let's wait for the things to come here. I hope I have chosen this one only. So why destination here? It is destination here is this is the ARN's delivery stream TDS S3 firehose. No. If I go back to configurations, destination engineer November only. So in this bucket, you should see some data in few more seconds. Ideally, that should happen. Okay, it is there enough firehose underscore 2023 12. It should be 20 as a date. It creates automatic partition. Year, month, and date. This is your date partition. This is the data that you have now. It caught here on December 20, 2023, around 2:43 Indian timing, 2 minutes before. So if you open this in a query with SS select, format is actually JSON. If you run this query, this is what you will get. You will get your customer name, seller ID, order ID, and total amount for that order after being multiplied. Something like this you are going to get. I mean, this is not important. Important thing is to understand the flow, that how we can use Kinesis data streams and how we can use Kinesis data firehose transformations. So yes, if you have some questions. Any questions, doubts?
No doubts right now, George. I need to check. You'll be sharing the codes right now, George.
Yeah, I'm going to share. Like right now, I cannot share. Any of this is generic code available on the internet as well. This is not something I have created. So,
So the code can be both for producer and generator as well.
this is available. This is an example available on the internet actually. I mean, see, real time your codes might be different, huh? You might have different use cases, different scenarios. Generic in the sense, it does not mean that it's going to apply everywhere. This is just for demonstration that I'm saying. Obviously, real-time codes are going to be more complex. You need main. Why it is like this? You need order generator.py, you need get main, you need main. 3 files you will need. Then from the Lambda functions, you will need Kinesis transformation. And if you want to try out, there is consumer Lambda as well. Oh, it's not there. Okay, then forget about that. Then what you guys do, come here and stop this record generation because it is never going to stop. You have to press Ctrl+C. And then once your demos are done, I'll request you to delete all these things. Okay, but actually I have a one demo on Kinesis Analytics as well. That will take around 20-30 minutes. So I'm thinking of doing it tomorrow only. So what you guys can do, revisit the course, or if you have more questions, if you want to present a resume for fixing all those things, we can do tomorrow after the demo for analytics is done. Otherwise, what is day after tomorrow? Friday, not Friday. Monday we will start. I mean, because I do not want to have a break between the project classes. Okay, so Monday we will start with the project classes. Maybe on Friday we can see EMR. EMR is pending, so we will see EMR on the Friday. Then Monday onwards we are going to start with our project. Yeah.
So only EMR is pending, right? We are done with the course.
Yes, EMR and demonstration for analytics, Kinesis Analytics. Just delete the resources that you create for this team. Okay. Anyhow, for initial few months it is free, but still I'll say recommend to delete them. And even if you don't want to practice this, it's still okay. I mean, nobody. I mean, like right now I'm looking for a new different job, and nobody's asking these things. All they ask for the things that I have mentioned yesterday.
But Kafka also we can use it in this one, right? AWS.
Yeah, that is a managed Kafka by AWS. It is not the complete package.
No. Okay.
Again, Kafka is what you say, different version of Kinesis only. Somewhat you can say better or worse. I mean, you can compare it. It's a competition. So yes, if you have any questions, something if you think I have missed, just one thing I have missed actually that will cover tomorrow. That is micro partitioning in the Snowflake. That is important concept. I told you that I will cover in the Redshift classes, but I kind of missed. So micro partitioning is the one. Clustering in the Snowflake, that is 2 topics. If something you think I missed or should be there, or if you want. If it is possible, I'll cover it. No worries. Otherwise, I'll simply guide you towards the correct course. And yes, if you want to, master yourself on Apache Spark, there's one course on Udemy. I mean, see, syntaxes, I'll say learn by yourself, do some search. Do not purchase any course for syntaxes. Okay, I mean, by that I say, by that I mean like this course, okay, taming big data with Apache Spark. So basically what this guys is doing, creating wonderful stories on the same syntaxes that I have shown you. Like this is how we group by, this is how we filter, this is how we select, this is how we transform or this is how we join. This guy just simply done that part, okay. But the course that you need to learn is this one, Spark Programming in Python for Beginners. Not this one. There is. It is this one only, okay. The course that you can purchase, it is this one if you are interested, okay, not mandatorily, because this guy has explained Spark from very basics. Okay? Like its programming models, it's very basic things. I mean, how do I explain this to you? It's execution model that we need to understand, architectures, okay. And then there is one thing. Is it this course only? API Foundation? No. Just a second. I don't think it is this one. Let me just get it, because that one does not talk like this. There's one course that has very, very good knowledge. I'll find it for you. If it is that one also only, I'll confirm it to you, because do not purchase it. Do not purchase any other course, because those are simply just creating stories for you. Like this is movies data. This is how we're going to do. We all find these movies which are, I mean, some stories they'll tell you, but it's all same syntax. Like syntax, if you want to learn joins and all those things, I have already shared with you. If you want to learn more, ask it to ChatGPT or search in some internet. That's all you have to do. Sources, source aggregations. What is not this one here? That one was talking about broadcast join accumulators. I mean, this is joins I have explained to you. Data frames, data structure transformations, I have explained it to you. Rows, columns, sources and sinks, again, reading CSV JSONs and writing it to S3 or somewhere else. That is, I have already explained it to you. No, not this course. I mean, forget about this thing. I'll get back to you with the correct course link. Yes, if you have any more questions.
Oh, Jalaj, I have a question. Like, can I practice the AWS in Jupyter notebook in my desktop Jupyter? I mean, Anaconda Jupyter.
I mean, what in AWS? We have multiple things.
No, I want to do PySpark thing, like PySpark commands also, and also I need to work on the secret keys. How we can attempt different ways to access the secret keys.
I mean, there's no different way to access the secret keys. Okay, so what I'll suggest to you, I think this is, I have already mentioned it to you in the Spark classes. Do not practice Spark on AWS Glue. Okay, for that, install Spark locally. I mean, you can refer any of the YouTube videos. Simply go on internet and type install Spark. Install the Spark and practice Spark locally. Okay, and this is one thing I'll recommend for sure, because on Glue you will end up paying multiple dollars. Okay, and about your secret keys. See, first of all, it is not your area of work. Why I will say this? Because mostly it is done by security engineers, admins. You are not going to get access to any secret key ever. Okay. I mean, if you join some good company, if you join some startup or something, I mean, there everyone does everything. If you join some good company, you will never ever get access to your security credentials. Okay, you will definitely not have, like right now we guys log in using the ID password now for our account. You will be using single sign-on tokens.
Okay, like Windows login.
Like, yeah, you can say that. Everyone has their own way of doing it, but definitely not ID password. Definitely not. Okay. So if you something you want to practice, write different scenarios, think different scenarios for Lambda function. The one I shared with you, no, I don't think that you have tried to solve that. Write some AWS glue jobs to do some transformations over Spark. Practice Spark locally. Okay.
Oh, Spark, fine. I just want to read and write something in Snowflake to S3. Those stuffs I want to. So I've thought of using Jupyter Notebook and Anaconda, which is in desktop.
No, that you cannot do directly. From Jupyter Notebook, you can connect to your Snowflake. That you can, just simply use those same jar files that I've shared with you. Use those jar files and connect to Snowflake. But again, see, for that thing, you can again use glue. Keep things simple. Okay. Because if you run the glue for that particular piece, it's okay. If something you pay, that is okay. Wherever we can save it, let's save it. But wherever we think that our learning will be affected, then do not do that part. So I have already shared one code with you where you can connect your AWS glue to your Redshift. That you can practice. You can see. Anyhow, I've shown you how to make connections and read and write. In between, you will have transformations. Those transformations you can definitely practice on your local machines. Okay. How to connect with Redshift, we are going to see in project. It is actually very simple. It's just IAM roles, nothing else. Then what else you can do? You can start doing some stored procedures creation in Snowflake that you can try. Take some sample data. Try to write some queries over the data. Okay. That is what we can do. What else? You can try to create snow pipes that you can do. You can try to automate the things that you can do by using Lambda function. Using sorry, using Lambda function. Yeah, if you have any other thing in your mind, you can tell me.
No, just.
Yeah, and again, I'll say you can skip real-time learning. If you want resume format, I can share mine.
Yeah, that will be fine. If this question is going to be from AWS, right, it will be mostly from this one only, right? Cost optimization only, right?
No, not only cost optimization, process also.
Yeah. So you have any documents for that simple document?
I'll write it out the most famous questions that you can expect.
Okay.
This is how I have built my resume. I can share it with you if you want.
Yeah.
Use it. Here is the quick access option.
I'll be, I think I'll be on vacation from 25th to 30th actually.
25th to 30th you are on vacation. Actually, it is same for me, but I'm not going actually anyway, so I'm going to take these classes.
Okay.
If we stop it, it will be a good gap.
Yeah.
Just think. We are on 20. I'll need 3 days for completion of the project, at least 3 days.
Okay, so it's only project you'll be taking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to join. Okay.
Let's say if we start from tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, we will finish If you want, I can start project from tomorrow, and I can, take one class on Monday to cover those partitioning concepts and some other concepts if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine.
Actually, let's do it like this only, So I'll also be free. Meanwhile, in those 5, 6, 7 days, you guys can practice. And if you have some, if you want to have mock interviews, if you want to, get your resume, scanned through, I can help you out after 2 or 3.
Yep.
So basically, if I just explain my resume, I mean, I have used ChatGPT. So that's why you might see some big parts. But yeah, I mean, just whatever I have done, simply just try to brag it up a bit more, and that's all. And you might, I mean, you have experience, so you can do it something like this. But for you, Aishwarya, you obviously you are just 3 or 4 years of experience. So obviously it's not going to be looking like this much fancy. Okay, so you have to keep things within your range. So if see, if you brag too much on your resume, and then if you do not cannot answer that in your interviews, that is also going to make things more complex for you. So just write those things that you find okay. So definitely you can write the first line, copy paste second line, copy paste third line, copy paste fourth line, even the fifth line you can copy paste. Okay, I mean, wherever I have used AWS components, simply copy paste them. No need to change anything in the profile summary. Then tasks that you are following in your project, as I explained to you yesterday, just write those tasks. Just whatever something is done in your is done good in your project, that okay, whether it was done by you or it was done by your colleague or manager, senior, junior, that doesn't matter. Just write it there. Something that was a good automation, something that was a good cost optimization, something that was a good innovation, write it there. Learn about that, why it was done, how it helped the client, and write it there in your resume. Okay. You might fail in 1 or 2 interviews, and after that you will start passing those.
Okay, Jalil. And if we try for a product-based company, do you think interviews would be difficult?
No interview is actually difficult. See, gone are those days where it was different for product based and service based. I mean, if you have good concepts, if your basics are clear, you'll clear any interview. Okay, let me just give you now one question. Let's try it out. Okay. So there, let's say we have some JSON data. Let me take that JSON data. From where I can take it up? I can take it up from here. Okay, let's actually what we do, close this, come here, and let's download this actually. Okay, let's open this, open with Notepad. Okay, let's say we have this JSON data. It's looking very weird. Let's make it more readable for you. Okay. Okay, still not helping. So let's do a JSON lint on this. Let's say we have this JSON data. Let's say we have this JSON data with us. At least save it here. Okay. Now I mean, no need of all this, so I can remove some of them. Now there's a function called parse JSON in Snowflake. Okay. What it does, it parses your JSON into variant column. And you can write something like this: JSON load dot customer ID string as customer ID. Okay, so let's assume that we have this JSON. Every time we use parse JSON and we extract this customer ID in the select statement. This is my first approach. Second approach is I extract all this data and save it into some table. Okay, first approach is extract directly during the query and do not unfold it to a different table. Okay. Second approach is unfold it in another table and use it from there. So what do you think is going to be better approach? This is for both of you. Anyone who wants to answer.
So what do you want to unfold actually?
See, we have this JSON.
Okay.
Okay. If I want, see, I have the, basically I'm saying I have my data in Snowflake in JSON format. Okay. Now, if I want to read all these columns in a columnar way, okay, like we usually have in our SQL query. So first way is to, I mean, let's remove this language part, means simply make it text. Okay. So first way is that I pass my data into a variant column and then I can write something like this in my select statement. So this is going to something like select. Okay. So I am saying whether the first approach, where I simply use parse JSON every time and use this kind of select statement to unfold my data from JSON to a column of place like that. I'm going to read my customer ID in this command every time, or I should store, or I should do it once, store in a different table and use it from there in other queries. Let's say I read this data multiple times in a day. So what is the better approach? Use directly using the parse JSON every time, or I should unfold it once and then use it?
Unfold it and use.
Okay. Why do you think so?
Because it's a JSON format, right? So if you unfold it means in a Snowflake we have option by creating that file actually. So we can keep it and whatever the columns we required, we can the required columns are rename if anything means we can do it and then we can upload it to a main table.
Yeah, but same thing we are doing here. We are unloading it. We are renaming it as per our choices. What's the difference then?
No, usually the raw data should not be disturbed, right? This is kind of an extracting only. So raw data should be kept as a raw, and we are just extracting and keep it in a transforming and keep it in a separate layer.
But in this also, I'm not different. I'm not, transforming my raw data. I'm simply using the same base table to extract it. I'm not transforming my raw data. No? I'm simply writing it, using it in the select statement. I'm not updating my table.
Okay, suppose tomorrow I need to update the history, so I can't do it here, right? If I have another table, I can use it of a CD, capture the histories and all.
Yeah, that can be one thing. I think you are not getting my question clearly. Okay. Again, I'm repeating. Okay. I am saying I am doing this thing every time I write. I have multiple other queries. Let's say I have 10 other queries that read the data from this table. Every query has this sort of syntax that unfolds my data and then use it. And second approach is I unfold it once and then I use it multiple times. So what is the difference here?
Okay, so every time we if we go and hit that outside the server, right, it will be. JSON file will be from S3 bucket or somewhere we need to read it and thing, right? Use Snowflake.
This JSON is on Snowflake. It is in the variant column of Snowflake. Okay, I'll help you out. It is again about optimization. If I unfold it every time in my 10 queries, my queries will be running longer and I will be paying more. If I unfold it once and then I use it multiple times, I'm not unfolding it every time, and my queries are going to be simpler and they will be running in less time. It's very basics. I mean, this is being asked in a product-based company, not product-based. It's big three. One of the big three has asked me this question.
So the you mean the running process will take time. It's not about the cost thing. Hitting that.
Yeah, I mean, running process will take time, and here, if you understand the cloud, we are renting it. If you are running it more, we are paying it more.
Yeah, I was also thinking the same. So it's like computational power would be more at every time if we unfold it and then.
Think louder. Then think louder. If you're thinking something, if you're not answering that, what will happen if even if you don't answer, you will fail. And if you think and don't answer, then also you will fail. So answer it.
Yeah.
Answer it to give it a chance. And this is how they're going to ask you. Okay. So I think last time also I shared some questions. Okay. If I don't have it. No, I don't have those. I think I have shared it with you already. Let's close chat box from here. Let's open it here. What we are 21. How do I open the chat box? I think I have already shared some questions with you. Okay, like the guy asked me this question: how will you? What things you will focus? It's very basic. It is stored procedure. Nobody is going to ask you stored procedure directly. Like what is the storage options, not stored procedures. What is the storage options you have on S3? Okay. Then there's one question, one SQL query I think I have shared with you. I should have it. This is the number of that guy. Okay, I think I have deleted that thing. Okay, I think I have deleted that thing. I'll generate that again. And it was a simple SQL based question. I think I have shown you in one of the classes. Movies and actors. That sort of questions you might expect. And some things you will learn by yourself only. I cannot give you everything. Like you will give the interviews, you might fail, you will learn, you will research, and then you will be more better than previous. So yes, if you have any questions, you can let them know. Let me know. If we have no questions, then we can leave for the day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow with the project start. Okay. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.